I don't know why I decided to do this. Hey guys, what's going on? And yep, you read the title. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm reacting to the very first video that I ever posted. Oh, this is gonna be awful. I guess there's no point in trying to delay it. Might as well just get it over with.
Hello my friends and welcome to Flamewell Productions. In this video, we will be discussing the very popular subject that is autotune. People just love to talk about it.
Okay, I didn't expect that to be coming in that soon, and this really doesn't sound that different to me now. You can tell this was extremely scripted. I had a whole script written out and I did tons of takes of this and everything. It just sounds so robotic and unnatural. It's not good. And I remember this, this is also terrible. This was back when I knew absolutely nothing about design. Like, legit nothing. This is so bad. The font doesn't fit. The whole video is just a stock image of this fire in the background. I was kind of early on the sludge content, as you can see, because I figured, oh, I'll just have something moving in the background that'll keep people's attention. I haven't seen the retention graph on this video, but I have a feeling that that's not true. And like, it doesn't even give a clear indication of when the actual video starts.
Hello my friends and welcome to Flamewell Productions. In this video, we will be discussing the very popular subject that is autotune. People just love to talk about it.
It doesn't seem like that cut between the autotune thing popping up and me saying the word autotune was 100% synced. That's still not very good at that now.
People just love to talk about it.
Yeah, that was okay, I guess. I don't know, something about this just doesn't seem that great.
Either you hate it and you think it's
okay, what was that pause for? That's something I've definitely gotten better at, is editing and pacing. My pacing is, I mean, it's still not great, don't get me wrong, but it's so much better now than it used to be. That was just, there was no reason for that pause. That was terrible.
either you hate it and you think it's ruining music because people don't have to sing perfectly, or you like it and you think it sounds cool.
I am proud of the fact that I kind of have like B-roll footage, I guess you could say.
Either you hate it and you think it's ruining music because people don't have to sing perfectly.
I mean, it's not done extremely well, but at least I like put some effort into the visuals and like trying to make this engaging.
Now before I get into the free auto-tune part, which most of you probably thought was clickbait by now.
Spoiler alert, it was clickbait. It was blatant clickbait. Also, oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, it's not awful, but it's also not great. Like, the main problem is the profile picture doesn't look like it fits there, as well as the name, but apart from that, it's not bad. Also, the thumbnail's terrible, but I guess the thumbnail from this actual video is terrible.
I just want to discuss some of the misconceptions, ideas, and general misinformation that gets thrown around about autotune.
People don't care about that. I didn't understand while I was making this that people don't want like a history lesson. They just want a quick guide explaining to them what they need to do, and that's it. Oh my gosh.
If you ask any random person on the street what is autotune, most of them will say, quote upon quote, it's a type of program that makes singers sound better. This is semi-true from a complete noob's perspective, however, it has many things wrong with it.
Also, I'm talking really low, in a really low register. Because at this point I was not confident in my voice. I'm still not confident in my voice, but it was way worse here. Like, way worse. And you can tell how nervous I am, how, like, I'm just so not used to this. You know, because this was my first video. I wouldn't expect to be used to this. But the worst part about this is, I thought this was gonna blow up. I legitimately thought that this was gonna blow up at some point. I was disappointed when it didn't. In hindsight, I can 100% see why, I can 100% see why it didn't. Because, oh, this is rough to sit through.
Noob's perspective, however, it has many things wrong with it. First of all, autotune is not a type of software, it is an individual piece of pitch correction software made by Antares.
I didn't know that the actual name of the company is Antares. I know that now, but I didn't know that back then. Also, just my explanation is horrible. If you needed any evidence that I have ADHD, here it is. Fully on display. Very obvious. I can't stay on subject for more than 2 seconds. Well, it's not even ADHD, I just didn't write this well.
I'm sure most of you haven't heard of pitch correction before, so I'm going to explain it for the people who know very little about musical pitch and how singing works.
The visuals, the like B-roll or like explanation footage, whatever, it's not awful. There's just not enough of it. I thought the fire would just be like a placeholder for when there's no visuals going on, but that doesn't really work for something like this. It would maybe work if this was like a talking head video, but when there's no one to see, nothing to, I don't know, just a person on screen would be way more interesting and would have got people's attention way better than this.
Sound is made up of specific frequencies. Higher frequencies are higher pitched, and lower frequencies are lower pitched. Frequency refers to the distance between the peaks of each sound wave. There are very specific frequencies that sound good to the human ear. These are called notes. What pitch correction does is it alters the pitch of a singer's voice so that it is closer to each note. Autotune is a type of pitch correction software. Misconception number 2, autotune can make anybody sound like a good singer. Again, this myth has some truth to it, but like the first one, it has many flaws. If you have absolutely no singing experience or vocal lessons, autotune will do almost nothing for you. The only time autotune will make you sound good with no vocal lessons is if you hard tune your singing. And even if you don't know what hard tuning is, I can guarantee that you've heard it before. It's what almost all rappers use to make their voices sound good. Here's some examples.
I'm amazed I didn't get completely copyright stricken for that. I did get copyright claimed for one of them, but not all of them. I guess because they were so short. Actually, did I get claimed for any of them? I guess it wouldn't show me now since the video is now privated. Yeah, you guys can't watch this video anymore.
Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike from that. I have 0 subscribers, who cares?
That is actually a fair point. I had nothing to lose, so why was I concerned if I lost my channel? Or, you know, whatever.
In hard tuning, every single note is perfectly on pitch, and even then it can sound bad if used improperly.
That joke wasn't horrible. I think it was just executed very badly. There wasn't enough audio to be able to tell what was going on. And like the fade in took way too long. By the time you could understand what you were seeing and hearing, it was already gone and you can't get a clear idea of what you're supposed to be hearing.
Making this type of tuning sound good is far easier and faster than learning how to sing to make lighter tuning sound natural.
Also, I got most of this right, quote unquote, and I just didn't want to edit that last bit. I didn't want to do that one take over again.
For almost all modern singers, some autotune is used, whether light or hard. If you want autotune specifically, the actual software ranges in price from $100 to $500. And the only way to get the actual autotune software for free would be to pirate it, and I'm obviously not going to teach you how to pirate the software. Now that I think about it, the title was kind of clickbait. Don't click off yet, because I am going to show you some different...
You can also hear a lot of spitting sounds in my voice, like, don't click off yet. I still do that, and I'm still trying to not do that.
Different pitch correction softwares that act like autotune, and are free, of course. I'm going to show you 2 of my favorite pitch correction softwares that I use. The first one is Voloco. It is a free VST3 plugin for your DAW of choice. I mainly use it for hard tuning. It does have a natural option, but I found that it doesn't sound good for less obvious pitch correction. For natural pitch correction, I would recommend Raytune. This is a free pitch correction software that comes with a digital audio workspace, Reaper. It has both automatic pitch correction as well as manual pitch correction. I'll post links to both these softwares in the description below.
Honestly, that part wasn't all that bad. The voiceover was still terrible, but the visuals were actually pretty good. Like, that wasn't horrible. And now that I'm actually getting to the point of the video, it's starting to be less horrible.
If you use both these softwares together, you can actually hard tune your voice on Discord, Xbox Live, and basically anything that requires a microphone. I'll post a video on how to do that very soon. If you want to see that, be sure to subscribe.
I never did that, and I never will do that, because that's not the type of content I make anymore. As well as, no one cared about that promise.
However, the options I've provided to you thus far only work on a computer, which not all of you may have. But if you're watching this video, I assume you at least have a phone or some sort of mobile device. If that's the case, then I have good news for you. Voloco is also available as an app on both iOS and Android. It comes with all the options the plugin has, as well as more if you pay for the subscription. Subscription's about $8 a week. I've not personally subscribed. I've been able to get away with the free version, although the subscription does offer a lot more. I know it sounds like I'm being paid to promote Voloco, but that is not true, if my subscriber account didn't make that obvious enough. Although I do highly recommend that you try out their app and plugin if possible. It's a very good plugin and by far the best pitch correction app for mobile I've ever seen.
Like that really...
By far the best pitch correction app for mobile I've ever seen. Well, that's all for this video.
There was no reason for that pause. That pause was way too long. And again, that wasn't... The clips were edited a little weird, and it totally seemed like a sponsored segment. I guess in that regard, trying to make it seem like a sponsored segment, which is what I was doing. I was doing that all for the purpose of the joke, and that was almost perfect. It really did feel like a sponsored segment, but it really didn't make the joke that much more funny.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell, my friends.
I still use that outro, farewell, my friends. I should either get rid of that outro completely, or find something to replace it. Man, when was this video made? January 19th, 2021. 2 years ago is when I first started. Man, how time flies. I give myself a hard time now for not being a very good YouTuber and, you know, doing things half-assed or whatever. And I know old stuff like this is cringy, but I think it's good and healthy. It's good to come back to old stuff like this because it allows you to see where you started and where you've come to. And honestly, Lloyd, my friend TH in Games, he hates looking back at old content because he thinks it's cringy and he hates all the things he used to say and do in his old videos. I do too, but I also enjoy it because it reassures me that I've grown and that I've become mature and that I've changed since all the way back then. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I've grown and that I've matured and that I've changed, and I really do think that I'm a better YouTuber now than I was then. If you disagree, let me know. I'd love to hear it. That sounded sarcastic, but I'd legitimately love to hear what you guys think of me. Hate or not, I don't care. Praise me, demolish me, say whatever is on your mind. But yeah, if you guys like this, give me a like. If you enjoy my content, maybe subscribe. I don't know. That's about all for this video. See you guys later.